Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a giddy couple in love that loves reacting to some Genshin Impact.
Yeah, giddy for Genshin.
So Genshin Impact, Inversion of Genesis, all the cutscenes. This is part 3 of our reaction to those. And yeah, you can get early ad-free access for Genshin Impact over on our Patreon. You can also get early access right here on YouTube. You get a month ahead and hit the join button if you're interested. And let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler in Paimon?
Xavier, what are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
Ta-da!
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Do you know much about Tatarusu?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here. Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago.
Just we want to make sure that nothing's changed.
Is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
The doctor's still sabotaged.
Was you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Somebody asked about the history.
Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Yeah, pretty much.
Go ahead. A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is
big
concerned.
Bubble back there.
Oh, no.
Change the world and revert everything back to the way it was before, but so far it looks like the majority of change himself.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Ta-ta.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you. Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be
Never
there
heard
for
that
you.
one.
Hey, don't mention it.
Because they don't just have regular crocodiles here, they have spinal crocodiles.
She kept saying Xavier, and all I could see was Xavier.
Me too!
It's
Okay.
them.
Xavier.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
I was just
Indeed we are.
set on
If you
Professor
have
X.
a moment, we'd love for you
Xavier,
to join
you
us
have to
once
be.
more.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
okay.
Still looking for more info about
Bit
Tatarasuna,
assertive.
huh?
Yeah, right?
Should we join them?
He's been
Probably
so
do some
welcoming.
research,
Why
yeah.
not?
Let's see what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Of course.
Content has changed. Another effective tampering with information. Ermacel, the Balladeer, said he raised 2 of his names. Felix succeeded. Must have taken all of his might, but still.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler.
It's great.
Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished you could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
What did you find out? Something big?
Not really.
Long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Wow, so many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Armanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do. Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time.
Oh,
That
she's
night,
exhausted.
We ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
Investigating the situation with the Balladeer.
Balladeer?
Oh, even she doesn't know.
Sounds like some kind of code name.
Mm-hmm.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Some tell you past you. Balladeer actually quickly finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. The only one still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I am the record keeper.
Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
Ooh, she gonna say the truth. With a heavy heart. Now she's gonna tell him about, okay, the Balladeer. I was gonna say, unless she's gonna tell about the Great Lord and everything.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
Mm-hmm.
But
And erase his
how
pain
was
with
he
it.
even able to do that? As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless,
He was gone.
it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality. So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world? Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it.
Someone that's really
The
hurt.
traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it? I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
We weren't like great friends or anything. We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this. So I can't say why he'd do something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything or save someone, or do you want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically. My hesitation gave him this answer.
Is something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
I just feel empty.
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense. Every part of it.
Okay, but how do we reverse it?
Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but
Does it?
it still ended in tragedy for his friends.
Yeah,
It just
but at least
feels
tried.
so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Change around my ways, and yet that still didn't get a second chance. I think he wished he never existed at all.
I want to check something.
He's just a puppet and
Found it.
didn't care for that existence.
This should be the one. It
Cosmic
turns out
cube.
that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Okay.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
Matches
I
everything I
authored
said.
this record myself.
Just in case your memory got wiped.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact.
You did that
Changing the information in Irminsul
purposefully.
changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer
Good job,
entered
Nahida.
Irminsul.
Yeah.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the Balladeer. There was once a lone monster draped
Oh,
in
nice.
fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Furious
Okay.
at this happy resolution,
It's changed.
the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals
Cool art,
panicked
though.
as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
Jesus, this
The
is dark.
fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a
Balladeer is a
broken
little
wing.
kitten.
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
I don't know if your fairy tale is going to get published, Nahida. It's
Never
pretty
again
dark.
would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that
It
mountain.
is cool artwork, though.
The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
I do believe that's what a cat would think.
We solved it! I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it.
Of course they did.
That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered. It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke. The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger. It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better. This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on,
Well said.
this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along. Yeah, Nahida's right. Cheer up.
Because Nahida's the best.
Let's go get something to eat. We can pick up this heavy conversation
Of course you want to get
again
something to eat,
later.
Paimon.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head? You got it. Come on, traveler.
You guys can
You
talk
need to get
to
out of your head
me,
for a while.
like,
You'll feel much
right here.
better after
Yeah.
taking a walk. We're here! What should we eat first?
Yeah, I feel there's something I'm missing.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Keep in thought, all right?
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain. Creator Lord, Forbidden Knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
So that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation and lesser lord to the deletion for her? There would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Because it was her Eureka moment. Crucially important detail, it's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence, in which case the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Okay, so he's still in this world, he's just not the Balladeer anymore.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsetias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? The work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange
The
one.
guy we've been looking for.
You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Yep, follow.
Okay, stay out of sight.
Happy butt wiggle.
Don't let him see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this'll do.
Gamina
You say
Wanderer.
he's the Balladeer? What are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, all right.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
You're watching them after you get back. One or the other.
You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, give us your Sunsetias.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
Can prove it. I know where your birthmark is.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right. The look on his face.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay,
Where are you taking
but
him?
please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
You're taking him
Are you
to
really
Erminsul?
working for that guy? He said you don't want any more of for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm.
Paimon can't understand
He
someone
let me
not
take
wanting
shelter
more.
in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice
12
of
years
you.
ago.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
Don't have a life you want to live?
No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
The Balladeer.
I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk. You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation. Oh, like a past life or something? Yes.
Kinda.
Something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Bit of a dick.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
You weren't all
If
bad.
it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
It's the only thing I
Yes.
care about.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to
She's not
place.
sugarcoating it.
never
She's
able
giving
to
them everything.
settle,
You want the
even
truth.
where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, You have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything.
Yeah.
but, yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Because it's the right thing to do.
This is so frustrating. This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street. He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Careful what you wish
Even
for.
though it will cause your present self great mental anguish.
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe
Just as miserable as you were
that can
before.
never be undone.
Very well. As you wish. Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Sure, yes, that's on the previous time as well.
Good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Prepare. You'll have a week to prepare.
I gotta say, like, I give Nikita a lot of credit because she's so sweet and so caring and seems like a very empathetic person. But, you know, when the balladeer said, "Tell me the truth,"
Yeah.
she really did give it to him straight. I mean, she didn't elaborate on how terrible he was, but she also didn't sugarcoat it with like, yeah, you know, you were not so great. Like she really told him. And I think that's a huge mark on her, like a huge positive mark on her character is the fact that she could do that. Because I think often people tend to fall either to the side of like being really good at being brutally honest because they lack empathy and don't really care so much, or they're so caring that they kind of like tiptoe around the truth and don't really want to have that uncomfortable conversation or don't want to make anyone feel bad, and so they avoid it. Whereas, like, you know, the ideal scenario is, hey, you care and you're empathetic and yeah, please do give a shit, so to speak. But also, when it's the truth, let's not be afraid of that either.
Well, this also shows a lot of growth for her because in previous parts, not even in Inversion Genesis so much, but like in her like story quest or in then the Archon quest, she had like she didn't want to give like bad information to people, right? She didn't want. She's like, oh, I feel bad, like, you know, like Traveler, will you do it? Because she didn't want to, like, I don't know, upset people, like because she had so much empathy, it hurt her. But now, you know, eventually she was like, she started to get over it, and she's like, okay, no, I have to be the one to do it. I thought, you know. But she would initially try to give it to the Traveler, and, you know, this one she didn't even attempt to give it to the Traveler. She was like, okay, no, I'll be the one to say it. So I just think, yeah, that like this shows a lot of growth for Nahida's character. And I can't believe like we didn't pick up on the fact that, oh yeah, like the reason that the Greater Lord's not around anymore and is able to like be kind of completely erased is because Nahida is essentially like her. She had like sort of like a vessel to like put her like essence into. And the Balladeer didn't, so like there still should be like someone that is the Balladeer within this existence, since you can't erase them completely. But like, you know, obviously we had I don't know, just forgot about that and didn't piece that together. So, you know, as the traveler uncovered, I'm like, oh, of course, like that's, yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this turns out, and if the Wanderer will like stay the way he is now and just like have a little bit more of his past. So he's still gonna be different. Like him erasing things didn't change that much anyways, so you don't necessarily need to go back. I don't know if you can like really time travel. Like you can erase yourself from the past, but you can't necessarily time travel in this. So I'm interested in how they're gonna wrap this all up.
Yeah, I will be curious as to what the next step is here. And for our reincarnated is not the right word. Our Balladeer vessel.
Yeah.
That just also could not have been an easy thing to hear, that he did a lot of stuff that was evil and like people died, and I think he kind of took that in well, in a way that impressed me, because you know, if like I woke up out of a coma and people have been like, yeah, you were a terrible person, like people died because of things that you said or did, I think I'd be freaking out in a really probably not good way. But he was just kind of able to kind of sit there and listen to it and go, okay, like I wasn't great, I'm hearing that.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of talked about before and other things, but like everyone is some point is like capable of, you know, doing evil things, like, you know, may have their breaking point and like what sort of leads them maybe on their path. And so that would be like kind of a mind fuck, because you think most people like to think themselves as a good person, and then to hear that you actually are not, and like all the things that you're capable of that you would think maybe like that you are not capable of, just like, well, I can never do that. And to like hear somebody else say that, no, you actually have done that before, you just don't remember it because like it was a different life. But like you could tell yourself, okay, well, that was a different person, but you're the same person. So yeah, that would mess me up too.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe in the next part we'll see a little more about him having to freak out. I don't know if that's exactly Genshin style though.
No.
So like him just being able to kind of absorb the information,
yeah,
and not lose his mind was impressive.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access, you can get that over on our Patreon. You can also get early access here on YouTube. Get a month ahead. Hit the join button. Thanks for watching Genshin Impact with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.